peace and love's goodwill. Good King Wenceslas, silent night, time for men to see the light. All is quiet through the house, nothing stirs, not even mouse. And why? Because I squished the little bastard when he took out my TV cable. As if I haven't got enough friggin' problems without some fuzzy-faced, whisker-twitching rodent destroying the one thing that gets me through the farce and fake cheer of consumer spending and manipulation. And talking of fuzzy-faced, whisker-twitching rodents, does anyone else find the thought of some fat, beardy weirdo who has you under surveillance all year, breaking into your home and leaving gifts the slightest bit disturbing? This is what we tell our kids. It's no wonder so many of us end up in therapy as adults. Come sit on Santa's knee, little boy. If you've been good, you'll get a big surprise. Fuck me, it's the stuff of nightmares. And we leave out cookies and sherry for him. I mean, what kind of example are we setting? An obese borderline alcoholic who's partial to sugary treats and works one day a year? Get your gin-soaked whiskers out of the cookie jar and get on a treadmill, you fat fucker. Anyone else would be in danger of keeling over, or arrested and breathalyzed for piloting a flight-bound vehicle under the influence. Trust me, there's only one fat, greedy bastard who's happy to put gifts under your tree, and his name ain't Santa. You call him your bank manager. Then there's the stroll round the shops, soaking up the festive atmosphere. Almost like a Dickensian scene, munching a mince pie here and a glass of mulled wine there, as the Salvation Army gently serenade us with Silent Night. Like fuck, violent fight more like. Trying to get to the other side of the street is like threading a friggin' needle, crushed in the heavy throng of people as you prepare to do the WWF SmackDown, so that you get the very last limited edition Barbie Sparkle Princess, which they neglect to tell you is only actually limited edition until January the 1st, then mass produced in the thousands. So then, 3 cracked ribs and a black eye later, you stagger up to the cashier holding aloft your spoils of war, expecting the "How may I help you? Merry Christmas," but instead he glares at you like you've just stirred his coffee with your penis. You'll be lucky to get a grunt out of the miserable cunt. Then, to add insult to injury, he opts to answer the phone instead of serving you. I mean, all I actually did was make the effort to get to the store and queue for hours on friggin' end, while some lazy bone-idle wanker sits at home on his underwear, scratching his arse and getting first-class service. Christmas shopping? Ha! I'd rather stick my nose up Bernard Matthews' arse and have him fart poultry up my nostrils. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not totally bar humbug, but I could kick Tiny Tim's crutches out from under him and drop-kick the little fucker into an electric fan. Please, sir? Fuck off! I mean, what the fuck? Christmas carols in shops in October? Let me enjoy Halloween first, please. It's much more fun. Don't let the do-gooding, smiley-and trumpet-blowing, money-grabbing, guilt-laying bastards take it away from me, please. And how do we prepare? Crying over credit card statements, because our kids create Christmas lists that run the length of War and Peace. Cleaning the house in preparation for the big day to the tune of "I want this" and "get me that" after every advert. And the tradition of placing the fairy on top of the tree was probably created by some poor sod who'd had a gutsful and performed a pine-scented endoscopy on his wife, who just happened to be playing Tinkerbell in the local panto. Then there's the wrapping of the gifts. We lovingly spend hours wrapping presents with paper that should quite frankly be gold-plated for what it costs. A little fold here, a bit of tape there, and a big shiny bow on top for good measure. Then we step back, and take pride in our handiwork as we arrange them just so under the tree. And for what? To watch the little bastards rip it all apart in under a minute? Then there's the Queen's speech, the highlight of British television on Christmas Day. Highly anticipated, nudge nudge, wink wink. More like a badger wrapped in a curtain with a sparkly plant pot on her head, wearing a look on her face like someone's waving a turd under her nose. And get this, she's trying to tell me she understands how hard I've got it from her fully staffed palace and countless millions she sleeps comfortably on. Really not feeling the sincerity. And what is it we're celebrating? I mean, don't get me wrong, loving the nativity scene, 3 guys, a woman, her husband and a donkey. Oh, no, hang on. That was a nasty film I caught on cable the other night. How do we celebrate? We buy a turkey that looks like his mother got fucked by an ostrich. Yes, the Christmas dinner. Hours spent peeling, boiling, roasting and cooking in the bleak hope that it will resemble the Yuletide treat as seen on TV. Thank you, Jamie fucking Oliver. Time to perfection, lost to the joy, pure poetry in motion. What a crock of shit. The reality, everything is timed wrong. Sprouts are extra soggy, roasts are like bricks, which you later catch the kids throwing at the neighbour's cat. And the turkey is so dry and stringy you could knit a frigging jumper with it. Then as the timing gets further and further behind, everyone starts loitering around the kitchen like the cast of Oliver Twist, ready to fight the dog for any scraps. And no amount of papa or bum titty titty's going to make it cook any faster. So fuck off and consider yourself at home in some other poor fucker's house. And by the time this crap is served, they are all so hungry and sozzled they'd eat dog turds in wallpaper paste and swear it tastes like sausage and mash. And so commences the feast, as we pull crackers and wear paper hats, slowly getting pissed on wine and brandy as we all fart our brains out till the room smells like the toilet tent at Glastonbury. Thank you, sprouts. What is it with the British and sprouts? Nobody else likes them. They don't even eat them in Brussels, yet every Christmas we fill our plates and live in fear of shitting our pants, as the room fills with toxic gas that any other time of year would be considered an act of terrorism. Who needs anthrax when you've got sprouts? Then comes the biggest kick in the bollocks of the festive season. Having had to take out a mortgage to pay for the fucking day, everything becomes half price and below the very next day. And the people, all year round, they're rude, boorish, opportunistic pricks who pimp their own mothers for a couple of bucks. But flash 'em a bit of tinsel and a few shiny lights and all is forgiven, as they want to join hands and sing Auld Lang Syne. Well, fuck you, you arsehole! You'll get my boot up your arse, 'cause you'll still be a prick next year. And on that note, I bid you happy fucking Christmas.